Hi, and welcome to English-Fabule. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
Many people know IKEA. It is a very big company that sells furniture, home items, and even food. Each year, IKEA earns billions of dollars from its many stores around the world. In fact, it is the largest furniture seller on the planet. Interestingly, it is also one of the biggest restaurant chains. People visit IKEA stores to find everything from chairs to bookshelves to tasty Swedish meatballs. This shows its massive success. This huge global company began with a poor farm boy from Sweden named Ingvar Kamprad. He faced challenges like struggling with reading, but he had a strong desire to sell things. His very first business started when he was only 6 years old, simply selling matches to people in his village. From this small start, he learned how to buy things cheaply and sell them for a small profit. IKEA's story is full of brilliant business strategies and smart ideas that helped it grow. However, there is also a darker side to the company and its founder. Ingvar Kamprad had connections to the Nazi Party in his younger years. The company itself has been accused of avoiding billions of dollars in taxes. There have also been serious claims that IKEA used forced labor in its past. Its unique company structure also means IKEA acts like one of the world's largest charities, which is quite unusual. So, how did this business, which began with a young boy selling matches from a simple shed, become a massive global empire? This book will explore that incredible and sometimes troubling true story. 2. A boy sells matches. Ingvar Kamprad's family story started with his grandfather, Achim Kamprad. Achim came from a rich German family. He fell in love with Franziska, a woman from a poorer background. Achim's family did not accept this, so he and Franziska moved to Sweden. They bought a large farm there. Achim needed money, but the bank said no. Sadly, Achim then took his own life. Franziska was just 27 years old. She did not speak much Swedish and had no friends. She was pregnant and had 3 small children to care for alone. It was a very hard time, but Franziska was strong and full of energy. She worked very hard and made the farm successful. She paid all the bills and made sure her children had food and an education. Franziska became a respected woman in her village after many years of hard work. In 1926, Ingvar Kamprad was born. He was Franziska's favorite grandson and would later start IKEA. Ingvar grew up on the farm. His family did not have much money, but he had a happy childhood. Franziska loved him very much. He liked playing with the animals and fishing. At just 6 years old, Ingvar began his first business. His aunt helped him buy 100 boxes of matches for 88 Swedish cents. His grandmother, Franziska, was his first customer. She bought a box for 3 cents. Ingvar sold the matches to other people nearby. He earned 3 Swedish kroner, which was much more than he spent. This made Ingvar very excited. He loved buying things cheap and selling them for more money. As he grew older, he sold many other small items. He sold Christmas cards, candy, and pens. He used the money he earned to buy more things to sell. This way, Ingvar learned important business ideas from a very young age. He learned how to buy low and sell high for a profit. 3. The first big idea. Ingvar's grandmother, Franziska, influenced him greatly. She came from a German area. Franziska was happy when Nazi Germany took over in 1938, seeing Nazis as heroes. Her strong Nazi beliefs affected young Ingvar. He was too young to think for himself. As a teenager, he even recruited friends to join the Swedish Nazi Party. This part of his past would later bring him much trouble. During his teen years, Ingvar went to boarding school. He struggled with schoolwork due to dyslexia. Still, he kept his small business active, selling items like watches and pens to students. This hobby grew into a serious business idea. In 1943, at 17, Ingvar's father gave him money to register his company. This is when Ikea officially started. Ikea began as a simple mail-order business, without a physical shop. Ingvar bought cheap items and sold them for profit, just like as a boy. He kept packages in a small shed for delivery. The name Ikea means something special. I and K are for Ingvar Kamprad. E is for Elmteryd, his family farm. A is for Agunnaryd, the nearby village. After 5 years, Ingvar worked on Ikea full-time, wanting the business to grow. So, in 1948, he added furniture to his products. This was smart timing. After World War II, new homes in Sweden needed furniture. People wanted affordable furniture, so demand was high. Furniture sales quickly became more important than his other small items. Many small furniture makers were nearby, making it easy to buy in bulk and sell for profit. Ingvar's dyslexia made remembering item codes hard. So he gave furniture easy names. Bathroom items got names of Swedish lakes. Desks and chairs were given male Scandinavian names. Children's products were named after animals. When Ingvar sent out a catalog, many orders came in. 4. Fighting the competition. Ikea sold furniture by mail, but this had problems. Many companies sold furniture this way, making it hard for Ikea to earn a good profit. Also, mail-order furniture often had poor quality. Ingvar knew Ikea needed a new business model. Ingvar had an idea from business school: make distribution more efficient. He bought an old department store and renovated it. He decided Ikea would only sell furniture and home items. Ikea would still send catalogs, but customers would now visit the store to buy. This cut shipping costs. Ingvar could offer good quality at lower prices and still make a profit. No other furniture company combined mail order with a physical store. In 1953, the first Ikea store opened. Over 1,000 people waited outside. Ingvar was surprised by the crowd. The store quickly became very popular. People traveled from all over Sweden to see the furniture before buying. This new way of selling was a big success. However, other large furniture companies saw IKEA as a serious threat. IKEA's low prices worried them because they could not compete. These businesses tried many ways to stop IKEA. This period was called the Swedish Furniture Wars. Competitors first tried to ban IKEA from selling at trade fairs. Ingvar found smart ways around this, using different small companies. Then they banned showing prices. Ingvar started his own fairs to display his low prices. They even banned Ingvar himself from all fairs, but he always found a way. His rivals called IKEA a monster with 7 heads. The other companies then tried their most powerful attack. They sent a letter to all furniture suppliers in Sweden. It warned, "If you sell to IKEA, we will not buy from you anymore." Most suppliers quickly stopped working with IKEA. This was a very serious problem for Ingvar's company. Ingvar acted fast to save IKEA. He rewarded loyal suppliers by paying them much faster. IKEA also started to design its own furniture. This helped them find new suppliers. Ingvar found companies in other countries, like Poland, to make furniture. Poland soon became a very important supplier. Ingvar later said this boycott only made IKEA stronger. IKEA now had unique designs and many new partners. 5. Furniture in a flat box. IKEA had faced many problems, but a simple idea changed everything. One day, after taking pictures of a new table, an employee found it hard to fit the table into his car. He saw that the table took up a lot of empty space, so he asked a question: why not take off the legs? This simple thought led to a big change for IKEA. Soon, they had their first new table design. Customers could easily screw and unscrew the legs. Ingvar Kamprad, the founder, quickly understood how helpful this would be. This was the start of flat-pack furniture. Flat-pack furniture meant selling items in pieces, flattened for easy transport. It was a new and important moment for IKEA. Because furniture could now be taken apart, IKEA's boxes became much smaller. This meant furniture could be kept and moved in a better, cheaper way. The company spent less money on boxes. Also, there was less chance that items would break when they were moved. In short, flat packing made the company's costs lower. It also made moving products faster and safer. Before this, people often had to wait a long time for their furniture to be made and delivered. But now, customers could buy furniture and take it home the very same day. This was good for everyone. Flat packing also had another good effect on IKEA's customers. Scientists found something they called the IKEA effect. This means that people value products more if they helped make them. Because much of IKEA's furniture came in parts, customers had to build it at home. When they put the items together themselves, they felt proud. They felt like they owned the item more. This created a stronger feeling for the product. It made customers more loyal to the IKEA brand. So, after 10 years of dealing with competitors who stuck to old ways, IKEA had moved past them. Ingvar knew that IKEA was now ready to grow very quickly. His plans for the future were bigger and more exciting than ever before. 6. A store like a maze. After the success of IKEA's first store, Ingvar Kamprad planned a new one. He wanted it to be bigger and better. For this large store, Ingvar chose Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. But he did not pick a place in the city center. Instead, he chose a location far outside the city, almost in the countryside. This choice helped IKEA get a big discount on the land. Because of this, the new IKEA store could be huge. It was as big as 8.5 football fields and had 3 floors. Ingvar designed this store very carefully. He used ideas about how people think and act when they shop. When customers entered, they took a piece of paper. On this paper, they wrote down codes for items they wanted to buy. This way, they did not need to carry things around the store. The store had only one entrance and one exit. The exit was often hard to find. Customers walked through the store on a one-way path. It felt a bit like a maze. There were curves every 50 feet. This kept customers interested in what was next. The path made sure people saw every department and every item before they could leave. This encouraged them to buy things they had not planned to buy. Ingvar divided the store into 3 main parts. First was the showroom. Here, customers saw big, expensive things like kitchen and bedroom furniture. Next was the market line, with smaller, cheaper items such as silverware and decorations. Finally, there was the warehouse. Here, customers picked up the flat-pack items with the codes they had written down, and then they paid. These designs had clever psychological tricks. One was called the Gruen effect. This means the way a display looks, with its lights and setup, makes people want to stop and look longer. The more time people spent in IKEA, the more likely they were to buy something without planning. Research showed that most purchases at IKEA were unplanned. Another trick was about price. Since expensive items were at the beginning, the cheaper items near the end seemed like a great deal. This also led to more unplanned purchases. Ingvar also noticed a problem. Many customers left around lunchtime to eat. If they left, they would not spend more time and more money in the store. So he decided to open a restaurant inside IKEA. This restaurant would make extra money from food. More importantly, it would make customers stay longer. If the food was good, some people might even come just to eat and then end up buying furniture. At this time, IKEA was known for low prices, which sometimes made people think the quality was low too. But then, a Swedish design laboratory tested IKEA products. They found that IKEA furniture had better quality than many more expensive competitors. This report changed how people saw IKEA. It was now seen as both affordable and stylish. When IKEA opened its next new store in 1965, over 18,000 people came on the first day. Ingvar's plans were working very well. 7. Problems from the past. Ingvar Kamprad wanted IKEA to last forever. He did not want high taxes to hurt the company after he was gone. Sweden had very high taxes on money passed to family. So, Ingvar worked with lawyers from many countries. Their goal was to make IKEA safe from high taxes and bad outside influences. For 7 years, these lawyers worked hard. They created a very complex structure for IKEA. They made many different companies and foundations in places with low taxes. It was like a big, confusing maze. The main IKEA company gave its money to a special non-profit foundation in the Netherlands. This foundation was tax-exempt. It meant IKEA did not have to pay many taxes. Today, this foundation is technically the 4th largest charity in the world. Many people said IKEA did this just to avoid paying taxes. In the 1980s, IKEA grew very fast. Ingvar was known for being friendly with his employees. He saw them as family. But not many people outside IKEA knew Ingvar well. In 1994, a journalist found out about Ingvar's past. The journalist learned Ingvar had been a supporter of the Swedish Nazi Party when he was young. This news could damage Ingvar's good name. Ingvar agreed to talk about it. He said his grandmother taught him these ideas when he was a child. He was too young to think for himself then. He said he changed his mind after he learned the terrible truth about the Nazi Party. Ingvar believed that if he was honest, people would understand and forgive him. But the journalist found more information. Documents suggested Ingvar went to a fascist meeting in 1958. By then, World War II was long over. Ingvar was 32 years old. This was not about a child anymore. Newspapers across Europe wrote about it. IKEA leaders were worried and asked Ingvar for answers. Ingvar wrote an open letter. He explained how his family had taught him about the Nazi Party. He said he was sorry for his past and asked for forgiveness. He denied going to any meeting in 1958. He said he was too busy with IKEA. The first IKEA store was being rebuilt that year. He could not have gone. Ingvar was honest, and after people heard his story, the controversy calmed down. However, in 1998, another story came out. It said Ingvar used Nazi money to start IKEA. Ingvar was very angry, not because they said he used Nazi money, but because they said he borrowed money at all. Ingvar always said he never borrowed money for IKEA. This claim was false. IKEA's employees showed their full support for Ingvar, and he was very thankful. But whispers about Ingvar and the Nazis did not completely disappear. He stayed friends with a Swedish Nazi activist and Holocaust denier for many years. He even invited this person to his wedding. Also, in the 80s, some IKEA suppliers in East Germany used people for forced labor. It is likely that IKEA leaders knew about this but did nothing to stop it. Despite these problems from the past, IKEA became a very big company. In the 90s, IKEA opened more than 70 new large stores. It became one of the strongest brands in the world. By 2008, IKEA was the biggest furniture seller in the world. This meant Ingvar became one of the richest people in the world. But he still lived a simple life. He lived in the same house. He drove an old Volvo car for 20 years. He always flew in economy class. Ingvar passed away in 2018. He was 91 years old. 8. Ikea today. Ikea grew to be a huge company. During the 1990s, it opened over 70 new, very large stores. It became one of the strongest and most famous brands around the world. By 2008, IKEA was the largest furniture seller on the planet. This was a massive achievement. Today, IKEA still grows. It has more than 450 stores in many different countries. Every year, people spend over $50 billion on IKEA products. This includes furniture, like chairs and bookshelves, and also food, such as their well-known Swedish meatballs. Because of its many restaurants inside the stores, IKEA is also one of the 50 biggest restaurant chains worldwide. This shows how much the company has changed from its simple start. Ingvar Kamprad, the founder, became one of the richest people on earth. But he always kept his simple way of living. He was known for being very frugal. He lived in the same house for many years. He drove his old Volvo car for 2 decades. Even when he traveled, he always chose to fly in economy class. He believed in saving money and living simply, no matter his wealth. Ingvar passed away in 2018 at the age of 91. His long life saw him build a small idea into a global business empire. The story of IKEA truly started with a young boy selling matches for pennies. He learned early to buy cheap and sell for a profit. This simple beginning led to a company that changed how millions of people furnish their homes. IKEA is known for bringing many new ideas to shopping. Innovations like flat-pack furniture made items easier and cheaper to move. The unique layout of its stores, guiding customers through every department, also changed how people shopped. These smart strategies have made IKEA a leader in retail. Many companies globally have learned from IKEA's success. The journey of Ingvar Kamprad and IKEA shows what hard work, smart ideas, and not giving up can achieve. It proves that a small beginning can lead to a worldwide business. What part of IKEA's story do you find most interesting?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.